Hey there friends, it's Missy again. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I'm here for Shimmerz Paints and I'm going to be sharing the two new color kits for July. This is the first one. It's full of red, white, and blue and some gold sequins. There's also a brand new color that has never been revealed yet in this kit. That kit is $13.95. And here is the Missy kit. It's also got a brand new color as well as some dots and an exclusive cut file, and this kit is $18.95. And I'm going to give you all the details of the Missy kit. So here's the first color. This is the exclusive color. It's called In Deep Coloringz, and it's a beautiful blue. This is a yellow color. It's also a Coloringz, and it's called Little Yellow School Bus. This is an original Shimmerz mixture, and it is called Marigold. And then we also get an Inklingz in Corney Flower Blue. And I'm going to show you all these colors here up close and personal in just a minute. This is the Dotz set that you get, very summery. You get a little sunshine, a quote, and a cloud. And then this stunning cut file designed by Paige Evans. I think this cut file is so fun. It's so unique and different, and it gives you the perfect place for your photo. Now, when I peeled it off the mat, look at this. I instantly went, ooh, look at that. I love how the inner pieces look. So I'm going to find a way to use those as well as the cut file. So I'm going to very carefully, I probably do this the hard way, but this is just the way this came together. I'm going to very carefully peel off all these pieces and try to keep them in order. And I pulled off a paper towel here, and I'm going to color the sun and the rays with the yellow and the orange color. And I haven't used any gesso or anything like that. I'm just going for it. I'm going to spray the yellow down to start with and then blend in the orange shimmers. Now, the yellow spray here, the Little Yellow School Bus, is a flat goldeny yellow color. There's no shimmer in the Coloringz. And then the shimmers here, the orange that's in the little pot, it is ultra shimmery. When it dries, it has got the prettiest shimmer finish you've ever seen. I always say that the Shimmerz originals have like really super fine ground up glitter mixed in, and they're thicker. They're ready to go. When you get them, you just take your brush and stir it up and it's ready to go. And never met a Shimmerz color that I did not love, and this orange color is really pretty, especially when it mixes with this yellow. So okay, I've got all the rays there. I'm just going to start spritzing with the yellow and then come in with the orange. And I'm just going to dab a little bit on the brush and then apply a little bit to closer to the smaller end of the ray, and then use my finger to kind of smudge it up towards the wider part. So I'm going to have more of like a deeper orange color toward the smaller part, and then it's going to kind of go gradient to yellow and then kind of almost to white at the end. And you know, you could play around with these and make them all orange, make them all yellow. It just depends, but I kind of wanted to do a little bit of an ombre look there. So I'm gonna kind of do the same thing here with the clouds. Now check out this blue, so pretty. It's pretty much what I would call a royal blue. And it's a Coloringz. It's the In Deep, brand new color. And again, no shimmer for that one. This Corney Flower Blue is almost what I would call a silvery blue. It's very light and shimmery, very, very shimmery. When the Inklingz dry, they are super shiny, super shimmery. And you'll be able to see once I get all this done. I'm going to hold it up to the light and you'll be able to see just how shimmery I'm talking here. So all I'm doing is adding shades of color. I'm mixing these blues together. I want some areas that are dark, some areas that are light. And this is another way that you could use the sprays. You don't have to just spray it directly onto the paper. You could spray some onto some plastic or a little paint tray like this, and then dip your brush in it and use it as a watercolor that way. So, you know, lots of options. I think anybody can find a way to use these in a way that they enjoy the most. I like to do it all. So, I also think that these clouds can be used as waves. I think they look wavy also. So now I'm going to basically pretend like I'm putting a puzzle together, and I pulled the outline cut file over, and I'm going to put all the pieces back in their spots and just see how this looks. And I was doing this and I was saying, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love how this turned out. I think this would look cool just hanging on the wall without a picture. But I love the oranges and the yellows and then all those blues. Paige hit it out of the park with this cut file. It's so cool. Okay, so I picked this cute picture of my Paige from a few summers ago. And she was just making cute faces, and she had her hair in these little Princess Leia buns on the side of her head, and I took so many pictures of her, and I love the way she's looking at me in this picture. And I like the fact that she's looking straight ahead, because I wanted a close-up picture, and I wanted whoever it was, whichever daughter, this has happened to be the one that I found, to be looking straight ahead, because I'm picky about where my people are looking, and as opposed to where I put them on my layouts. And since this layout is going to be centered, I didn't want any of the photos that I chose, or the photo that I chose, to be looking either direction. I know that's picky. That's just one of my things. So this is the photo that I landed on, and I just traced it and cut it. And I know that's a strange shape for a photo, but when you put it in the cut file, it's perfect, because you've got the little clouds overlapping the photo there. So that is the photo I chose. And then now I took the big circle outline from the cut file, traced it on another sheet of white cardstock, and then this is going to be my background. Since you're not even going to see that much of a background because the cut file is so big, I felt like white was fine, and I really don't even think I needed to add gesso here. But in my mind, I thought I might blend some things, and when blending is involved, gesso is pretty much necessary, especially on cardstock. But now, this color that I'm using here is not in this month's color kit. It's an extra color from my stash. It was actually included, I believe, in the March color kits. And it's called Vibez Jenny B Blue. And I'm sure if you've watched any of my other videos, you know this is one of my go-to blue colors. And I just wanted to basically create a very light and subtle sky behind this cut file. Since I've got sun, I've got clouds, I felt like I needed a sky. And so the Jenny B Blue is perfect for that, because it can really be lightened up to be light blue. And I'm adding touches of the In Deep colorings, and then just adding water. And you know, my paper is going to warp. I get a lot of questions about, does my paper ever warp? My paper always warps, but I just let it dry. You can kind of see here how warpy it is. What I do overnight is I let it dry, and then I put some heavy paper pads on top of it and let it stay overnight, and then in the morning it's pretty much flattened out. Alright, so in the beginning of this background here, I thought I was just going to do the top half and then leave the bottom half white. But when I pulled the cut file and everything back on top of it, I thought the bottom part just looks so white. I didn't really like it. So what I'm going to do is take all the pieces off and wind up coloring the whole background. And you know, you can't even see the background once all the cut file pieces are put back together. So basically all this background is the square behind the circle. So like I said, I really didn't even need to use gesso, because yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You can kind of see there where I put the gesso, because I didn't let it dry. And so yeah, long story, me being impatient. But anyway, I love how the background turned out, and I think it looks a lot better now that I colored the whole thing. So my next process, thinking wise, was I wanted to have lots of dimension with this sunshine and clouds. So I'm going to basically cut up a lot of adhesive foam here and pop everything off the page, starting with the photo here. And I'm going to go ahead and add it to the photo, and then I'm going to basically very carefully glue the cut file down. I don't know why I put the photo, I think I wanted to make sure everything was as centered as possible. Sometimes I do things while I'm making layouts and I don't realize how strange it is until now when I'm doing the voiceover. And sometimes I think, why did I do that? And I don't even know. But that doesn't matter because in the end it gets done. So that's all that matters, right? Okay, so all I'm doing now is taking some time to cut. Basically, every open spot you can see here is going to have some adhesive foam, most of the spots. So I'm going to peel off the backing, stick it down. I did wait till the background dried to do the sticking down of the adhesive foam. And then I'm going to glue down each piece right back in the puzzle here on top of the foam. And I think this makes it look so awesome. Here in just a minute, once it's all done, I'm going to hold it up for you and show you how it looks with all the dimension. I love this. And I just use the cut file there to piece everything back together. So I use the cut file and the inner pieces, and I really like how that looks. Look at the depth. Now you don't have to use foam like this. You could stick it straight down. It just depends on if you like dimensional layouts or not, but I do so. Okay, at this point I decided I wanted more orange, and so I'm going to come back in and do the same thing that I did earlier with the marigold and just dab some down and use my finger to kind of smudge it up, and that just made it a little bolder there. Okay, so now came the daunting task of deciding how to embellish this because it's so pretty as is. But I felt like, you know, you got to add some embellishments. So I went through my old stash of summer stuff, and I found some sticker sheets from Echo Park. I can't even tell you how old these are. You may have this collection. I don't even know. It's a summer collection. But I just went through, and I could not believe that I found that sticker that says Hot Summer Days. It matched each color perfectly. It matched the orange, the yellow, and the blue. And I love how it looks right there on the side of the picture. So I thought instantly, bam, there's your title, use it. I know I'm going to use at least two of the dots, the cloud and the sun. And then I also pulled out this collection I forgot I bought by Bo Bunny years ago. It's called Lemonade Stand. It is so bright and summery. It's so cute. Look at all these little popsicles. I can't believe I never used it, or I didn't use much of it if I did. So I'm going to fussy cut out some ice cream, some popsicles, and here's where I decided to add in pops of pink. You know, at first I thought, okay, I'm just going to stick with yellows, blues, and oranges, but once I started seeing all these summer stickers on the sticker sheet, I thought, I got to add some pink. I think the pink will look really pretty and it will pop. I'm so glad I did. So I'm going to add in some pink thread there. And then I'm going to add in some light blue thread to kind of echo the background. Even though the background is pretty much, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of just in the background. It's not like a color that's going to pop or stand out. And I didn't want it to. I just wanted it to be subtle. But I did want to kind of pull in some of that color onto the actual design. So that's why I pulled in some of that light blue thread. And then I added some orange thread over behind the cloud. So this is just basically going back and forth between all these sticker sheets. I think I wound up having 3 sticker sheets from different Echo Park collections. And yeah, I have a lot of Echo Park summer collections. They always have the cutest colors and the cutest little embellishments and stickers and things. I also have it looks like a brad, but it's not. It was a paper clip right there from a Prima set. And I don't even remember buying it. I have so much stuff in my stash that I've hoarded. I can't remember when or where or sometimes why I bought things. But I know I love those paper clips, but I just don't use them as paper clips. So I cut the clip off and just used it as a little round circle thing there. So I'm coming back to the Echo Park sticker sheets. I found more things that match the orange color. I've got a sticker that says sweet, a sticker that says summer adventure. This one says beat the heat. And I thought that was cute because, you know, summer in Florida is super hot. And so she was inside in the air conditioning. So I thought that, you know, beat the heat was cute. And then the sticker on the right says relax. Now this sticker sheet here is actually from the newest Simple Stories collection. I think these are some sticker sheets from a recent hip kit. But anyway, I fussy cut out that little rainbow. I thought it was cute. And then from this little sticker sheet here, I'm going to add in some lemon slices and some hearts, and just continue to work on the pinks and the yellows and the blues. And yeah, everything was just matching, so I kept going and tucking it here, tucking it in there. And yeah, once you get on a roll, it's hard to stop. So I didn't want to cover up too much of the cut file because it's so pretty. And yeah, I'm going to make sure everything is glued down. And then one more detail I decided to add. On one of those sticker sheets, there was this orange scalloped border sticker that I thought would look cute kind of behind the top arch of the photo to kind of mimic the arch of the sun. But it wouldn't really bend because it was just a sticker. So I cut each scallop individually and kind of arranged it behind the photo there. And then I'm going to glue all those little pieces down. And I think it just adds some fun detail, and it's the perfect orange color. So off camera, I did add a few more little stickers, made sure everything was glued down. I used some of the Simple Stories sentiments in place of my journaling there, and then I used some of the light blue thread from my stash to stitch with my machine around the circle there, just for some added texture. And then one of the final things I'm going to do is come back in with the yellow, the orange, and the blues, and add some splatters in their appropriate spots there, just for some color variation, some detail. And it's subtle once I dab it all up. But yeah, I didn't feel like I needed to add a lot of journaling, and I didn't want to add a lot of journaling strips to cover up any more of those clouds, because I felt like they were so pretty, they needed to be seen. And yeah, so I'm almost done here. I do add the journaling over underneath the sticker that says relax. But anyway, there's the final layout. I love how this turned out. I think this cut file is just off the charts. It helps your layout come together fast because you have an instant spot for your photo, you know? And I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but that's just how I saw it. I knew immediately right away my photo's going to go in the middle. But anyway, here are a lot of the close-ups of all the shimmers, the colors, the shimmer in each color, or not shimmer. It's just, it depends on the color you want. Depends on, yeah, there you can see some of the shimmer from the Marigold. But yeah, lots of detail here, lots of dimension. Like I said, the Missy kit here that I use for this page is $18.95, and the red, white, and blue kit is $13.95. You can go to shimmerzpaints.com today, July 1st, and get your kits. And so let me know if you have any questions about anything, the kits, the techniques, anything at all, and I'll be more than happy to answer. I love this kit, and you will definitely want this cut file, I promise. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great week.